Hi everyone. This is a what sold video for the items that sold between October 15th through the 21st. I had to look because I'm a little behind um, on my what sold videos. So this is a perfect icon right here in Mercari to sum up that sales week. It was really bad. It was really bad. As you see, no sales in Mercari, and that's not too non-normal, but had one sale on eBay that week, and it was just this tank, just a Torrid tank. Granted, I had this listed for like years, so I was glad to have it finally sold. Um, and I'm pretty sure this was an item that I had relisted because that background, yeah. So what I had mentioned to you guys before was I'm going on to my flip, and I'll just do this one as an example. So I open up an old item. I used to just completely white out the backgrounds and I'm making them slightly less white. I know that seems kind of dumb, but I just adjust the brightness so it's a little less stark white. And to me, it looks a lot more natural. It looks like it's just on a white wall now. I'm deleting some of the old pictures and then I'll just like, if there's anything that needs rotated like that did, I just adjust it. Did I save it? There you go. And then I make sure that I upload this at the end of it. I put this on all my listings. Make sure you're getting the best deal on this item by checking out the Ruby Slipper resale on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. That's kind of how I get around letting people know that we have it cross posted. I check this and make sure that it's my current template, and then I save it. And I go back on here, and Flip allows you to delist and relist very easily. And so I've been doing that, and I do about 10 a day. And it's given a few more sales now. So some of my older items have been selling, which is great. And so this was one of those items and it sold for $18. So we profited 716 on that item. That was the only eBay listing that sold. Like I said, no sales on Mercari. And we had a few on Poshmark, but they were just really low. We sold a Vermont Country Store nightgown for 27. Those are the ones that we get for $2.14 after tax. A Vermont Country Store house coat sold for 28, same cost of goods. A Knox Rose shirt that was, I believe, something that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. A cute little Ninja Turtle costume. Like I think I said before, sold all of our Halloween costumes that we had listed this year. This surprised me. That was a newer listing. It was a camouflage formal gown and it sold for $50, which was great. The For those of you that have followed my channel for like the last year now, you know that at one point in time I thought it would be a good idea to buy a bunch of formal gowns that renew with tags. And I spent like my entire tax return one year on all these formal gowns. And they were all new with tags. And I spent an average of $30 per dress. And they were like basically not worth anything at all. I didn't realize formal gowns did not sell really well online. It was formal as well as wedding dresses. But I happened to list this and it did sell for $50. I just listed this like a few weeks ago, so I was glad to make that a quick sale. And then this was a Jessica Simpson sweater. Let's see what the other, oh, two Jessica Simpson sweaters. They were both an alpaca blend. And coincidence, because now I just realized that those actually came from the same Facebook Marketplace as that, the same post. So that's a coincidence. And that sold for $20. So our total profit on Poshmark was 77.11. Hmm. I'm making our total profit for that week 84.27. I had to like do the numbers a couple times to make sure it was really that low. And then that's why I keep all of my information in this notebook. That was our third lowest week of the year. And it was our lowest week since July, which is insane because that means since summer slowdown. And this is quarter four. And that's really scary. So why? Um, well, there's several reasons. For one, I had not been listing anything new. like at all. I think at this point I had just now, and that maybe that week, I think I had just started to relist old items, but before that I hadn't been listing anything new in like a while. For two, I I was not as active on my closets because I had started the new job, which I'm at now. I had started the new job, and so like I had mentioned, I think in one of my previous videos, I had basically been like hardly home. I have hardly had any spare time. I've been working from sun up to sundown, and it's been a lot. And so I haven't been as active. I try to share parties. I try to send offers to likers, but I've not been as active as I like to be. And so who knows, Poshmark could be punishing me. Also, government shutdown. A lot of people haven't been getting paid. A lot of people have not known like when their next paycheck is going to be. They aren't maybe having as much extra spending money to spend on things. And now we have the whole issue with, besides just, I know military wasn't getting paid, government workers weren't getting paid. Now we have the whole issue of a lot of people not knowing if they are going to have grocery money. And so if they are going to have to be spending money on groceries that they otherwise would normally budget for, let's say clothing or other items that I sell, they're not going to have that money to spend on that since they're now spending it on their food. It's just like a whole thing. So that could be something. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the last week of October gets any better or was any better. I really hope so. I will be honest, I don't have high hopes because when I go to pull solds every week or every few days for my husband to send out, the amount of items that I'm pulling every few days is just so small. And it's really sad because I really had high hopes for quarter four and it just doesn't seem like it's performing. Oh, another reason, I think Poshmark had switched up their like algorithm or something. I see a lot of people in my Facebook groups talking about a new algorithm and like Poshmark's taking away like the bulk share feature for a lot of people. Um, I guess we don't have like a news feed or it's changed on the homepage. So I don't know. Some people are saying that sharing isn't even necessary anymore. I guess time will tell. Well, I hope y'all sales were better than mine, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.